Hi everybody. So what I would like to do today is I'd like to kind of go through the end of my January, finishing off, sealing off January and setting up for February in my power sheets. And so if I flip to January, so I'm just gonna take my Muji Eddie's vaccination. So my important to do's, definitely did that. Stay on top of planning. I have done that very well. I'm actually kind of proud for how far ahead I am in school, or for my work, for my job. I'm usually about a week ahead. I rarely have to work on the weekends. I kind of carve that time out for this kind of stuff, but also my my university and life. I think that did. Managing burnout. This one was a little bit tricky. Despite me staying on top of my managing burnout still definitely played a role. But I also think that's just teaching during COVID, right? We did 2 weeks of online learning. Then I was teaching in 2 classrooms for a little bit, trying to rearrange my room to fit my students 2 meters apart. It's been a time. So that one to be expected. Things I'm excited for in January. I was excited for house prospects. Nothing really came up. The market is very, very slow. Financially planning for success with my bullet journal again. Definitely did that. On my mind, completed Grace's course. Grace is my university instructor. And so motivation is quite low this term for university. I've been in university for 3 years. I finished my post-bac degree, and now I'm into partially through the master's degree, and I'm tired. Also, for a long time, until recently, I didn't really actually know how the course was going to be delivered. Was it going to be Saturdays? Is it virtual? That's all been sorted out, so that's fine now, but I would say the motivation is still pretty low. I'm hopeful that I can commit to my goal steps for the 30-day yoga challenge and with my savings. Definitely did both of those. I don't use the calendar in the goal setting sheet. I kind of use that in my bullet journal. So I have my brainstorms, and if I were to look at my tending list for, again, I'm sorry about the shadows. I'm gonna maybe change the way my desk is configured, but today this is what we get. I'm pretty actually pumped about how well this went. I did everything I needed to this month for my university course. I did plan the last 2 weeks of January well ahead of time. Now I'm working into February. My budget plan, so I did my budget after my January 15th paycheck. I waited till January 15th because I wanted to see what a full 2021 paycheck would look like. I had gotten my class 6 teaching degree with my post-bac, and B, I had also hit my CPP and EI contribution limits. So before Christmas, my paychecks were a little bit higher. Not complaining, but after January 15th, things kind of went back to normal. So I wanted to use those numbers for my budget. I wanted to finish a book, which I did. I'm very proud of that. That was over Christmas though, so no university was happening, and I read it actually really quickly. So it's nice to know that when I don't have university, that love for reading can come back. Somehow, at great personal cost, I was able to save up $1,700 for my summer university course. I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve on saving for my university. So this month it worked. Woohoo! I was gonna buy a year of cards for my for birthdays and stuff that came up, like anniversaries, stuff like that. I wanted to buy those all in advance, but we had restrictions until right recently where we couldn't buy any non-essential goods. So that didn't happen. The restrictions have been lifted just recently, but it was the timeline just didn't work out. I did an article about writing. I took my notes, so that was something I wanted to do. Weigh in on Sunday mornings. I can put in my last weigh in. 164.6. So I started at 165. It went a little bit higher there. Yeah, don't really know what to say about that. But anyways, I'm hoping it's starting to come down again. My goal is to get to 160 pounds by the end of the quarter. Every quarter I want to kind of lose 5 pounds, trying to bite off not more than I can chew, but still set something reasonable. Did I do some sort of creative or spiritual practice? Missed it 1 week. track my phone time. I haven't tracked it today, but I'm trying to bring it down to about 3.5 hours. Don't judge me. This is YouTube. This is reading before bed, but it's still too high. I just like my phone app, so I'm trying to bring it down. I was going to do something through Coursera. Too much. I just deleted it. I did 1 week and that was it. My daily challenges, I'm actually really proud of how these went. Yoga challenge with Adrian. Yesterday I did her. Today I still have to do the final one. I fasted both days already. And by fasting, I do mean I intermittently fast. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I can explain more about that if anyone's interested later. But intermittent fasting, I do find helps with my insulin resistance. And no sugar was going very poorly, and then because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna quit cold turkey. Does not work. So what I did was I said, okay, every other day I will have sugar, and that's definitely improved my statistics compared to when I was like, oh, I'm just gonna quit cold turkey. Screwed up here, but I didn't have sugar yesterday actually, so I'm getting back on track. And maybe I won't have sugar today, but odds are there's an icy square chocolate with my name on it, and it is gonna happen. So I was pretty happy with how this tending list turned out. And we get to start February. So I'm pretty excited for this. So what I'll do is I'll time lapse this, throw on some music, and come back and kind of explain it after I'm done. Just really kind of quickly going through my layout here. So some important to do. So I have to do Eddie's, the kitten's 3rd vaccination set, an interview report. This is for university. 2 big assignments. There's readings and stuff that I have to do, but these are the big assignments. And I want to start working ahead on report cards. Math is half done already. We pulled some really good assessments lately that I think were really helpful. So math is half done. I want half of ELA done, and social studies I want done. They are due, I think, like March 15th, let's say the 10th, I think. So I really like to kind of start working ahead on these. Some people are so good at just banging them out and getting them done. One of my teacher friends is just incredible at it, and her report cards are really high level. Me, not so much. I need to like chunk little bits of here and there, and otherwise it doesn't work. So on my mind is that work university balance and report cards. On my mind is also that if we do find a house, how do we, the transition between the house and the apartment. So the move, figuring out the lease, if we need to sublet our apartment, that's kind of a big, kind of on my brain. And my mom, my mom's not well, and kind of struggling, so she's on my mind too. But what I'm excited for is the house market heating up. In our area, the house market had entirely dried up in the past 6 weeks, or for the past, 6 to 8 weeks. It was, I've never seen it so dead, but we were under high level restrictions. We had Christmas kind of shut down in our area because of COVID. And it's winter. I live in Canada, and in the prairies, and our winters are kind of miserable, so people don't go out and do much. They kind of hibernate. So I'm excited for the house market to start heating up as we head into towards spring. I'm excited to have all my kids back. I had kids that were online, some in class, and as of Monday, all 16. Small class size this year. Usually I have between 25 and 30. But I have them all back. They all came back offline. So that's really cool. Or all came back from online. So now they're offline. Oh my God, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm excited for Jeff's new stock hobby. He's gotten into the stock market recently, and I'm excited for him to find something to play around with and, you know, maybe make some money. That would be cool, but also just to, you know, take a break from his own work because he works really, really hard. I'm hopeful that my good habits will continue to stick. January, as you could see, I was really kind of proud of myself for the exercise I was doing. I was doing a lot of journaling. My fasting was pretty good. I took a week off in there, but that was okay. That was planned. And then my no sugar habit started, you know, gaining some momentum here. So really hopeful that those kind of things, those daily habits will stick. Again, I'm not going to use that calendar, but I'm going to start to brainstorm monthly, weekly, and daily ideas. I actually don't know if I need to even brainstorm. I might just plot them in here. So let's see what I come up with. I've kind of done my rough layout of how I see this month going. Priority is reports or report cards and university work. And so I've actually put that in as one of my monthly action items is the university, the interview report that I have to do and a lecture. So I've kind of just split this bar in half so that when I'm done one, I can shade it in, and then when I'm done the second one, I can shade it in. Again, it's really tough to like schedule in that, you know, that more intuitive feminine energy when there's so much, the workload is so high. I'm wondering if I should put report cards in here somewhere as well, but we'll see. So I want to go back. I still want to do that year of cards, buy a year of birthday cards that I couldn't before, save $600. So my university course is saved for. My next savings goal is I want to save $600 for the birthdays for the year for people. I want to look into a crisis intervention course. This is not required for my master's. It's like a 1 or 2 day crisis intervention skills course that I think would be very beneficial for me on my journey. And I want to do a writing article, so read and take notes on it. I would like to do a date night with Jeff. We're both usually so busy that date nights don't normally happen. We kind of crash together on the couch when we can and don't actually schedule in fun things to do. We're usually too tired, but it's something I want to try to start doing. The weekly and daily action items, they've been working for me really well, so I kept them kind of the same. So definitely a weigh-in each week so I can track my weight. Probably should make a graph in the bullet journal. Ooh, that would look cool. Creative spiritual practice, so trying to incorporate something like that once a week, so either art, a poem writing, reading about my pantheism spiritual journey, that would be really cool. But putting that in at least once a week. And outdoor time. It's freezing cold. We just came off a week where we were hitting minus 40 degrees Celsius with the wind chill. and minus 35 without. So outdoor time can be kind of tough, but maybe just trying to get it in at least once a week if the weather warms up and I don't have to freeze. It's so good for my brain, so good for my brain. And then down here, I want to keep up with the daily movement routine. So maybe yoga with Adrienne. I'll download and print off her calendar and keep going with it, but maybe I can work in some other types of exercise in there too for a little variety. The journaling and no sugar, I would like to see if I can keep that up. The journaling has been going really good. That no sugar, I'm going to keep going with every other day. And then when I feel comfortable, maybe I can go every 2 days where I get a sugar day, you know, kind of like build up that kind of success slowly, because clearly cold turkey was a massive fail for me. So I think this is what I'm going to do. Encouraging words. I'm going to go similar with what I had last month, and 1 day at a time. Tough to do anything more than that, and I'm gonna force myself to use some stickers. So must do is university. Can't not do that. I might put a little sticker here. You are strong, brave, capable, creative, and ready. As university report cards and school kind of ramps up, that is a fantastic reminder. And I would like to take a moment to notice the daily, like the nice pieces of the day. So enjoy each daily habit, but also just enjoy the day in general. Movement, hard to get there onto the yoga mat, but once you do, or once I do, I feel so much better. So just remembering that once you hit that mat, it's good for you. And I don't know if there's anything else that I want. Yeah, maybe a little heart. Oh, it's February. Let's use the pink one. Little nice reminder there. Okay, there we go. And I will, yeah, I think I'll end it there. Thanks for being with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.